chance. You
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
I mean? You can't rule it out of the realms of possibility. So I am interested in seeing how this goes. Also, obviously, WrongHouse is also a solid player. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just some random O2er.
Exactly. Like, he's shown up a lot. He's made a lot of, upsets. He's beaten, a lot of PR players even. So it's nice to see him come back, of course. And right now, we're going to small battlefield. Very, very nice, again, like I mentioned last week, how we haven't gone to PS2. And I think that's a nice, refreshing, kind of thing to see. Is that not everybody going back to PS2, but, PS2 2.0. So
yeah. I mean, you said a few times before, like, there's a lot of similarities between PS2 and small battlefield. So it really just comes down to what do you prefer in terms of, like, do you prefer the slightly smaller landscape of small battlefield, or do you like the bigger environment that the PS2 has? Presumably, Min likes the. Oh wow!
Oh, smart. That was a good idea from WrongHouse, just to be like, hey, if I'm going down, But that's just again top player stuff where you're just ready to detect that, and so good stuff from Jakal to be able to recover there. But again, that just shows the what's it called, the innovation from WrongHouse.
Yeah, he's doing his best to really make things work, because that's what you gotta do when you play against a top player like Jakal.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've personally commentated a Jakal set. He goes around from like he does attend locals and stuff, but it is nice to see him back here at Fusion.
Nice,
but
good stuff.
You see right there, man, WrongHouse, he's ready for the opportunity.
Yeah, pinpoint precision with that 2-frame right there. And Dragon's going to play a big role, especially when you're trying to keep your opponent at bay and just do a lot of damage, because he's brought it back to almost even percentage. And right now,
this is what I was saying, man. Like, you can, like, things can really start to pile up quickly, where all of a sudden you're, like, at 40-50% just because you took one stray arm hit, right? Because of the way the arms connect into each other. And
yeah.
Look at this right now, man. Look at this right
roll.
now. I mean, WrongHouse, he's kind of cooking right now. Like,
he is cooking, but only when he has advantage. Because when he's in disadvantage, stuff like that happens, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Min really loves to play on the ground.
That is such like a top player thing, right? You're down, you're down, and it looks like, oh, maybe like we could get this big upset. We could get something going here, and then you win neutral once. It's like, all right, let's go.
Exactly.
But no, it's still a very close game, and he is very close to getting knocked out by a stray hit, especially if he brings out, the big Ram, I believe.
Yeah, the Megawatt as well.
Or the Megawatt, yeah.
That's going to be really, really big in terms of, killing. But again, Ram's solid for gimping a very, linear recovery that Wolf has. But we haven't really seen that. Of course, then that first stock, he was able to take it with the 2-frame. But you can only do so much if you're not able to find the stock, because 149, full rage. I mean, what?
Yeah. Again, that top player difference, right? The survivability.
Yes.
He's all the way at 164.
Nice.
Really evading all these attacks. Finally gets knocked out and is going to be, a last stock situation. But you see the extra credit difference here, right? 93 to 2%. Like, it is, and that's a Jakal classic right there.
Yeah, exactly. The missed tech and just making, capitalizing on that opportunity. And WrongHouse, I mean, he was trying to move. He genuinely was trying to foxtrot or maybe change up, the way that he was orientating himself. But when you do too much, it kind of bites you in the back. And really good edge guard right here from Jakal, just getting the linger hitbox. And you saw right there, WrongHouse trying to take that stock back. Shades of Mars from, I believe, Genesis 7 when he took that stock down with MK Leo. But again, innovation at its finest from WrongHouse, showing that he has a few tricks up his sleeve. But let's see if he has a little bit more. I think he's gonna need a bit more from that.
Yeah, I think the good way to start is kind of picking a PS2, right? Having that bigger space to work with, being able to establish that space so that you can really take control of the corner and of center stage.
Yeah.
I do like this counter pick, but again, Jakal's played not only this matchup, but obviously this stage a million different times.
A lot.
Again, it just comes down, like, again, we see this sort of top player difference that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
This is probably the most applicable situation possible. We saw that with the last game, right, where he somehow teched that counter edge guard.
Which is crazy. But yeah, no, I like this because now WrongHouse has more space to kind of hide under these platforms and just shark with that Ram. It's not going to kill. Did get the sweet spot.
Yeah, but
on that Wolf Flash.
He is going to be getting a lot of damage off, though. The ledge trapping right here, this is where Jakal, again, can really thrive. Sort of his specialty is getting these edge guards and ledge traps, putting a lot of pressure in that server guard. and we see him take that first
Oh?
stock. But
Nah.
okay.
Ram didn't send far enough because if it did, I think that definitely would have been stock from Jakal, and WrongHouse would have been on the board. But again, still can't count this guy out. Again, a lot of possibilities to get these stocks, but when you're when you're getting this much percentage as Jakal, it's looking very grim.
Yeah, I feel like Jakal's definitely playing a lot more confident now.
Again.
I feel like we're seeing the confidence from Jakal really start to come in. Maybe he was a little bit just trying to shake off the rust a little bit game 1, but now we're really seeing like, okay, we're locked in.
And this is the thing. Now you're going to see Jakal kind of play a little bit more back. Going to lose that stock, but still has another one on deck. So, again, Jakal being a little bit, aggressive, but can also just play back a little bit more.
For sure. And, I mean, here we go. We are seeing these forwarder combos. Like, when he's finally finding his way to get in.
Yeah.
Knowing when he does those empty jumps, when he waits to bring those attacks out.
Oh,
no, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Yep.
What can you do as
Sometimes
Minmin?
you just know.
Exactly. And
That
it's
was one
in
of those
that
times where we
moment.
knew.
It's like when you see the air dodge, you know it's over because Jakal's not missing that back air whatsoever.
Oh, that's facts. And, I mean, very good showing from WrongHouse, especially during game 1.
Oh, yeah.
I will say very close game 1. But we see Jakal sort of lock in, and we see, again, we keep saying it, but the top player difference really is palpable in a set like this. I mean, look at this right here.
That was crazy.
Who texts that in their right mind?
Not me, man. Not me.
Exactly. So, I mean, again, very good showing from WrongHouse. He's still going to be in bracket, just going to be in losers.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even though he is seed number 32, he's not playing like a seed 32. He's playing like a, he's playing very solid. You know what I mean?
He's playing like someone that wants the top 8 in this tournament.
Facts.
And we were talking about, top player stuff. I think just the adaptions in general from Jakal to be able to, I mean, it was last stock in the first game, and then in this game, you saw it more, the confidence to go off stage, to get these lingering nairs off, to get those back airs off. And that's just really, really good adaptions in general from Jakal to be able to download his opponent and just kind of run away with that match. So very, very good stuff. So far, only 2-0s in this tournament, and Jakal's going to move on to the next round.
Yeah, well, it has literally only been 2-0s this tournament. Wow.
Wow.
And no, like, huge upsets either. I guess Ethab Taxi beating MT, I feel like that's Cub smurfing, if I'm being honest.
No, so Cub is Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Yeah, I mean, I know that was his tag at some point.
It
but
still
I
is,
don't...
I think, right?
Oh, yeah, it still is. Okay, yeah. Cub is playing Ender.
Oh.
And we just got away on that set. That'd be a pretty interesting one, honestly.
I think so, yeah, because that's Sora, Lucario, or I mean, Cub has a lot of different characters that he plays as well. Has a Steve on deck. I think he's working on his core, and honestly, if he goes random,
I think the corn is what Cub has been focusing on.
Honestly, if he goes random, I mean, he has the fundamentals. To
Low-key, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, genuinely.
Like, if we have an all random Smash tournament, I feel like he makes a serious case for top 8.